welcome back to today's video. So I am coming at you guys with another Dollar Tree makeup tutorial. I have a bunch of new items that I am super excited about and I'm going to test them out on camera. I did one of these maybe like 2 weeks ago and you guys seem to really enjoy it, and I love how much you guys are enjoying the Dollar Tree content, and I'm having so much fun filming all those videos, and affordable beauty is really just like something that I'm super passionate about and I love, so glad you guys are liking it. And I have eyeshadow, I have lip products, we have blush, we have foundation. So let's just hop on into it. I am barefaced right now. And if you want to see more videos, I focus on, like I said, affordable beauty, Dollar Tree, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Right now it's like super important to me to bring you guys things that are affordable because there's so much going on right now. I know a lot of people are on unemployment and we're really trying to find things that are affordable but great at the same time. So I'm here to test things out for you guys. So let's get into it. Subscribe and click the notification bell. You'll get notified every single time I upload, and let's get on into the Dollar Tree makeup tutorial. Okay guys, so I am going to start out with, hopefully you guys, this won't bother you too much. I do have a mirror right here and I have it propped up on actually a Dollar Tree basket. Oh my gosh, Gizzy is like, I have a little table that I film on. I put all my stuff on right in front of me, and Gizzy is on it right now, and he's not a small cat, so he's just like sitting on it. I'm scared it's gonna come crashing down. And I have stuff everywhere. Oh! Everything fell down with his tail. I have to go pick that up. If you guys have cats, you understand. So there is something really exciting I want to share with you guys. So I personally have not found this yet at my Dollar Tree, but all my Dollar Tree friends on Instagram have been finding it. Follow my Dollar Tree page. It's Dollar Tree Dolly, D-O-L-L-I-E. I'll put it on the screen right here. I post a lot of Dollar Tree content, just like random things I find in the store. So that's in addition to everything here on my channel. So they are now carrying the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation. So I actually have this from when I originally purchase it at retail price, and they have every single color at a lot of Dollar Trees right now. So definitely hit yours up, see if you can find this, because $1 for this is such a great deal. I think I paid maybe $4.99 to $5.99 for this when it came out, so you can get a few different colors to test out. You can mix colors to make a summer shade if you want to. So this is one of the most awesome Dollar Tree finds right now. So I have shade 107A Cream Ivory. It's light to medium warm. With that, I also found this at the Dollar Tree. If you follow along with all my hauls, some of these things may look familiar. So this is the Eco Tools Contour Perfecting Applicator. You guys, how stinking cool is it to find this at Dollar Tree? Like, this was at TJ Maxx. I think it was like $3.99 or $4.99. So it is a little sponge on a stick. So I'm going to wet mine. I'm going to use that to apply the foundation. I have my hair back today because this has just been like my go-to summer hairstyle. I have not been curling my hair, doing anything special to it, so I literally put it in a ponytail and then I put it in a braid and tie it and call it a day, and it works for me. So when the weather gets a little bit cooler, like in the fall, I'll go back to like actually possibly doing my hair, but I'm really just trying to keep heat off of it. So I already moisturized, I have sunscreen on, and the sunscreen is kind of like a primer a little bit too. So I did all that. I filmed an Instagram video. So let's open this guy up. The packaging on this EcoTool sponge is like super nice, and just like very thick, good, kind of like, I don't know if it's cardboard. It's made of recycled materials. Do is just pop it off the stick because I really don't need the stick, so it comes out super easily, and this is what it looks like when you take it off the stick. Let's put this guy in here. I'm hoping it's going to be similar to, so it didn't really expand in the water like I thought it was going to, because it's really not that kind of sponge. It's not like a beauty blender where it's like your typical kind of sponge. So let's go into the cushion foundation, and I'm going to use the little butt of the sponge. And I'm just going to use this to apply. I'll come closer so you guys can see better. So obviously it's not going to be like a super soft sponge like their OG Eco Tools sponges that we know and love. But honestly, it's not too bad if you're just looking for like a cheap little sponge. It's better than that other one that I attempted to use in my first video. If you guys remember, it was that black, like Color Mates, I think was the brand. Oh my gosh, that was That was terrible. It literally was like this. I mean, this is kind of, it's not like hard as a rock, but I wouldn't say it's like the softest thing in the world, because it's not like that super squishy where when it expands it gets really soft. So I mean, is this my favorite sponge ever? No. But if you just want something affordable in a pinch, I also feel like this is going to be really nice for concealer just because it's a lot smaller and good for that area. I actually forgot how much I enjoyed this foundation. It is so nice and lightweight. If you guys remember, I did a foundation declutter, and this one I was like on the fence about, and I was like, I'm not going to get rid of it because I want to try it again, and I am so glad that I gave it another chance. Not that I didn't like it the first time I used it, because I do remember liking it, but it's been forever since I've used this because I kind of got a little away from using cushion foundations and I just really stuck with liquid. But this has such a nice dewy finish. Definitely more medium coverage. It's not like a full coverage, but my skin is pretty good right now, so if you have similar skin to me, I would recommend this. And you can kind of see, hopefully you can see, it does have that little bit of dewy finish. I do have like lights and stuff on me. Something, if you're oily, you're definitely going to want to set this with powder. Let's play with eyeshadow. I have been telling you guys about these palettes that I love. So I have one here that I haven't used yet. I have the peach one and then this berry one. So this is the LA Colors berry palette. I touched on this a little bit in, I think it was my haul video. So I think these are so good, and they're a little off-putting because the packaging is dinky, the pan size is small, but the product is actually really good, at least on the peach one that I tried. So let's dive into this. I'm gonna, of course, use a primer. I will use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. You can get this at the drugstore. So there is a matte shade in this little palette. It is, I'll take this plastic off, but it's right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my eye with that. Of course, it's hard to kind of get a wider brush in here because the pan size is so small, but I'm just wiggling it around. And then let's pack that all over to set our primer. You guys know the drill. I do this in every video. And that is actually really, really nice. I'm literally just kind of going like this and digging my brush in there. They even have some nice shimmer shades in here. Now we're gonna work on the crease. So I did see, I want to start out with one of the lighter shades, and I'm gonna take this one right here. It's so tiny. That little, it's like a medium tone brown, and I'm using a crease brush and just kind of get your brush in there as best as you can, and then again, you guys know the drill, just go back and forth. I'm actually a really nice transition shade. I wish I had a zoom lens on my camera so I could get really close up in my eye. I mean, not that you guys like really need to see like too much detail. Like, I'm not by any means one of those like artists, YouTubers. One of my favorites is Anne Nook. I've actually met her in person. I worked with her when I worked at Tweezerman, and she is such a doll, but her eye makeup tutorials are always like so flawless. Like, she is such a master at eyes, and I actually learned a lot of tips and tricks from her, and she's so cute. So yeah, she like has a really close zoom up on her eyes, and it's always really nice and helpful. No idea what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of playing around. This shade right here, it's another like deeper brown tone, and I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a smaller crease brush and just work that into deepening up the crease. And that's actually, I mean, that pigment went on there nice and efficiently, you guys. Like, that deepened it up right away. Go on this eye. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed, just like I was with the peach one. I'll show you guys that one too, because I don't know if I've shown the peach one on here yet. Love the colors in here. How pretty are those colors? Oh my goodness, I love this palette. It's so good. And I'm going to take a little bit of concealer on my Wet n Wild small shadow brush. This is the CoverGirl concealer. And then I'm just going to take this and carve out a space on my eye for the lid color. So this is where you can really shape that crease that we applied. And it's going to give kind of an illusion of a cut crease. Flat shader brush. I'm going to spray it with my Dollar Tree face mist. So saturate that. And then I want to use this light pink shade. It's kind of like, it's a very, very light pink. That one right there. My camera's probably going to wash it out. And I'm going to use that right on top of that concealer. And this is just going to pop so nicely. Like, I love this already. And you guys, there's no shame in wetting your shadows. I do it all the time, no matter the brand. It can be $1, it can be $20. That is so pretty. I'm gonna have to get backups of these palettes because I'm for sure these won't last too long. Look how that instantly just made me look like I actually am some sort of artiste with my eyes, and I'm really not. Okay, then what I like to do is now I like to work on that outer corner. So I'm going to take a like little MAC 217 kind of brush. This is the Morphe M433. You guys know I don't really love Morphe brushes. I feel like they're kind of, what's the word? Like stiff. Actually, you know what? No, hold on. I'm going to wet a flat shader brush again. And I'm going to add a little bit of purple so we can actually say we did some sort of like purple in this look. So I'm going to take this shade right here, which looks so pretty. It really is like a berryish shade right there, and I'm gonna put this right on the center just for a little pop. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. The shimmers in here are so good. Who knew that a $1 eyeshadow palette could just be so good? Back to the outer corner, I'm going to take this shade right here, that one, and I'm going to use it on the outer corner. I already know I'm going to love this shade. These like reddish browns, I love them. They're so flattering. I just like working with these tones. The warm red browns. So really focus it on the outer V. And I'm not going all the way in here because I still want that crease color to show through. So just kind of focus it right here. Keep your motions small in little circles. So don't go, see, there is fallout with this, so that's why I'm glad I didn't do concealer. So I'm going to brush that away later. With this side, focus on the outer corner. Okay, then I want to go ahead and clean up the outer edge with that matte shade again. So go back into that matte shade, and I love this matte shade, and then just go all over, gently over the brow bone. I'm like probably gonna hit pan on this today because it's so small. Take a little liner brush, and I'm gonna spray it again, and I'm going to do my lower lash line. So I'm gonna take that brick red color we use on the outer corner, and I'm going to use this all underneath my lower lash line. I'm not going to go into the tear duct though because it's going to bring darkness to the eye, and I want to keep that area light. I take a makeup wipe. There's so many good Dollar Tree makeup wipes. A lot of the really nice Bolero ones, like the mint ones, the lemon ones. Okay, so for concealer, I'm going to use Maybelline Age Rewind in Fair. And this is one of my favorite drugstore concealers. Hopefully Dollar Tree gets some sort of concealers, like name brand concealers in that we can play with, because that would be so fun. I'm going to take that same EcoTools sponge that I ripped off the stick, and I'm going to use this to blend out this little under eye area over here, and I'm just using little patting motions. And I knew this was going to be perfect for this under eye area because the tip is nice and triangular. That's the word I was looking for. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder and just put some in the cap. Same sponge. I'm going to use this to set my under eyes. So this is not like a mattifying setting powder. For dry skin, I think you would like this. The thing about this sponge is because it has that shape, you can really get up there next to the nose and kind of carve out a little bit of a contour shadowing. So I'm just baking a little bit with this, and then I'm going to go on my forehead. All of this kind of sets on my face. I'm just going to go ahead and do my brows off camera, and then I will be okay. So I did my brows. I'm gonna wipe away that e.l.f. powder. Actually, it doesn't look good today. I don't know what happened, but it kind of lifted up in this area right here. So I have this like red spot for my skin. I don't know if you guys can see that because it's really, really bright in my filming area right now, but that's actually really strange. I closed my blinds, so it's probably a little bit darker now, but I think you guys will be able to see me better. So this is so weird. I don't know why that happened there, but I'm just gonna leave it because with powder and everything, you can't really go too crazy. Okay, next up, I'm going to try out the Dollar Tree Sassy and Chic eyelash curler, and one of my subscribers, Jennifer, thank you so much, Jennifer, she's been recommending me to get this, so I had to try it. I love curling my lashes. I typically use the Tweezerman one, and I want to see how this one is. So let's give this a go. I actually have 2 lash products to share with you guys today. So there's just like a little tab thing you can take off here. Okay, let me like get used to the feeling of it. I'm not used to not putting my fingers in loops, so it's definitely weird to feel just going like this. So anyways, let's see how this is. A little mirror here, it'll be easier to see. Alright, that gave a nice little lift for sure. It feels like a nice curler. I just like to do a couple pumps. Ooh, that is really nice. I feel like I did a better job on this eye than this eye. It gave a really nice lift to my lashes. Jennifer, you did not steer me wrong. I really like this, and I like the pink color too. So I started at the base, and then you can work your way up. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so that's a win. Then I found this LA Colors Priming Mascara, you guys. How cool is this? So this is actually a mascara primer. If you watch my channel, I've always talked how much I love mascara primers. So I was so excited to find this. I just realized I forgot to put on eyeliner. So I'm gonna go ahead before I do my lashes and apply my Dollar Tree LA Colors eye marker, which is a liquid eyeliner pen. I love this eyeshadow. It came out so good. Okay, I always like breathe a sigh of relief after I finish my eyeliner because I feel like that is always challenging to make sure everything's even. Back to my priming mascara. Whoop, that's my phone, not my mirror. I'm gonna just go ahead and apply this. Now this is actually, I have some of these where it's like super, super white. I like this one because it's not insanely white. It's actually a little bit more clear. And it kind of has like a little bit of a stickier formula than the previous ones I've tried. So like some of them are almost too white where you're like, feel like you can't cover all the white. So this one I feel like coats the lashes really nicely. I used this once before, so that's how I'm giving you guys my opinion. This is not a first impression with this one. But I have this like crazy eyelash on this eye that I'm trying to straighten. Okay, so for mascara I'm going to use one of my favorites, Essence Lashes of the Day. A lot of you guys ask me what's one of my favorite mascaras from like the drugstore. This is one I love and use all the time, and you can get this at Ulta. I like to add this before this dries. Like you want to get this onto your lashes. You don't want that primer to set, so I just go in right after. So it's kind of nice that this is like a stickier kind of formula because it grips the lashes really nicely when you're putting on mascara. Almost feels like you're putting like a spackle on your lashes. Or like something, yeah. Yeah, I definitely like the way this looks. I feel like it makes my lashes look a lot thicker. So we have before and after. After you put that on, I'm going to go back to the mascara and put that right on top of the primer before it sets down. So these lashes are always a little bit more stubborn, like my corner lashes, because they don't like to curl. Yeah, I could definitely see a difference with the curler and the primer. I'm also doing castor oil treatments on my lash line every night for lash growth, and I'm doing it on my brows too. So if anyone would like to join with me and do that too every night, we can see how much our lashes and our brows grow over the next few months. I got a big bottle from TJ Maxx on clearance. Yeah, I actually really like the formula of this primer. It's unlike any other primer because it has that little bit of like stickiness to it, which is really interesting. So I feel like when I do this, it like kind of grabs everything on. It makes it a little bit more, not difficult to pull through, but you feel like that little bit of stickiness. So it's kind of interesting because that is kind of a characteristic of a primer, is that little bit of stick factor where the makeup is going to stick on. So I like it. It's different from other drugstore ones and high-end ones that I've tried, because I've tried like basically all of them from high-end to low-end. This is the LA Colors Liquid Shimmer Highlighter from their Festival collection. This is amazing. So this shade is Angelic Glow. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. I've been using this like crazy. So if you watched my other video, that one was more of a gold shade, whereas this one, it's like, I'll do a little swatch of it. It's so pretty. I've been so excited to try this, but I've been waiting for this video. It's like a pinky. Oh, it's so pretty. It reminds me of like princessy. Is it even going to show up on camera? I'll do it on this side where I'm a little more tan, so you can see what it looks like. Just kind of like icy. Okay, so we can use that sponge, but actually, you know what? I'll just go on the side here. Why not? And then I'm going to dab this onto, I spread it on the sponge like this so it's not concentrated, and then dab it on the high points of your cheekbone. Hopefully this will cover up that little area of redness that I had from when the powder lifted off my face. That is, oh my goodness. Do you guys see how nice that is? The name is perfect, Angelic Glow, because because I feel like that's exactly what it is. For blush, I actually have this Beauty Benefits Lasting Flush Blush. So if you watched my whole video, you know that I learned just out of looking at the back label that these are made by Markwins, who are actually the same people who make Wet n Wild Cosmetics, which is really cool. So they probably use the same exact factory and probably a lot of the similar ingredients as Wet n Wild. Let's try this out. It's just a really pretty pinky flush kind of color. I don't think it has any shimmer in it, but let's see. Really smooth. This one's actually lighter than I expected. So if you're more tan, this probably won't show up. Like, that is actually super light. Okay, so let's see if this even shows up on my skin. I feel like it probably won't, but maybe it'll give me a little bit of a flush. Yeah, actually, if I pack it on, I can see it glow to it, which is real pretty. Can you guys see that? Like, makes my cheeks look like, never mind the highlighter, just look at the cheek. Yeah, it has a bit of glow to it, so that totally reminds me a ton of the Buxom, I'm forgetting the name, I love them though, the Buxom blushes, like the Seychelles. That is so pretty. I really like that. Bronzer, I don't have any bronzer from Dollar Tree. They do have a new one out from LA Colors, and I'm totally kicking myself for not getting it. It's a part of a new decades collection where it's like 20s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Oh, I have to go back and get them and then do a whole video on that collection. I'm gonna try this Beauty Benefits Color Squad Cream Lipstick. It's a mid-tone pink. The shade is Sunny Pink. And then I have this Remy Rose lip gloss. Yes, this is like a shimmery, hopefully it will show, shimmery lip gloss. Honestly, it could be the same formula, just a cheaper component to make it the price point of $1. Such a pretty color. Really, really nice pink nude. It doesn't feel insanely creamy going on because I didn't really expect it to, because it is like a dollar brand and usually they don't use the best, like they're not going to use their creamiest formula. So like when there's brands that have different levels, they're not going to use like their top ingredients. So like sometimes brands have different levels like they do with this. So this is the dollar brand, so they're gonna not make it as creamy. The pigments aren't gonna be as rich, but I'm actually really happy with the pigment of this lipstick. It is so pretty. It's like the perfect pink nude. So this is Remy Rose lip gloss in Tommy. I love how they name their lipsticks and lip glosses, and also their packaging with the girl is so cute. So I'm just gonna press this on with, ooh, that is super pretty. You can kind of just put this in the center of your lip. Trying to tell if it has a scent. That is so fun. I really see that sparkle come through, and it's not like super liquidy, it's not too thick, like it has like a nice bit of thickness to it, but it's not sticky. Like if I go like that, my lips aren't like, the product's not coming out through my lips, if you guys know what I mean. Really, really nice. I don't know if I'm making this up, but I think it smells like cake. I think it does, you guys, which if it does, it's amazing. I've been using this over the past few weeks and I really love it. It's so refreshing, and the ingredients on the Bolero products are great. So it's just water, glycerin, which is also what you find in MAC Fix Plus, you guys, so that's great. It has castor oil, it has fragrance in it, allantoin, which is a moisturizer. It has watermelon fruit extract and aloe leaf extract. So it has good, simple ingredients, nothing crazy, which is awesome. Sprays. Need one of those fans I could spray myself with. This isn't like a setting spray that's claiming to make your foundation more long lasting. I just kind of want to make that clear with you guys so I'm not like giving off a wrong claim. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I absolutely love the way it came out. I feel like I kind of gave you reviews on everything as I was going along, so I won't do like a huge long like end review at the end of this video, and I'll just let you know that I think everything came out awesome. I cannot believe majority of everything on my face is from the Dollar Tree, because it looks like I did my makeup with like my regular high-end and drugstore stuff. So I am totally blown away, and I'm so happy with the way this tutorial came out. I think everything honestly was a hit. There wasn't anything that I didn't like, which is crazy. The only thing that's just okay is this sponge. I don't think it's anything special, but for $1, I mean, whatever. I feel like you could get a nicer sponge for $1 on like the Shop AOA website instead of really getting this. So I would probably say skip this and just get one of those. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you liked the look today. Let me know if you're going to purchase or pick up any of these products. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!